Welcome to DCL Premier League talk show. We have around 2 weeks to go before we see our first Premier League winner. And I have Imti with me. Welcome to the show, Imti.
Yep, thank you, Jagan. Welcome to all our listeners to yet another episode of the Detroit Premier League T90 talk show. As Jagan rightly mentioned, we are through the league stages and now entering into the exciting knockouts or playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's looking forward to this.
And we also have Vikram here. Vikram, welcome to the show.
Hi, Jagan Garu.
How are you?
Thanks for inviting me. I'm good. How are you?
So far, so good. Are you excited about your knockout game?
Yes, of course. Yeah, it's a fresh tournament with fresh format. So luckily we qualified. So looking forward.
Okay. In today's show, I'll start in a different way and I'll ask few questions. Both of you can answer, and after that, let's talk about how the knockout games are going to be. Okay, and we'll get into that prediction mode. Okay, the first question, even before the talks about this league is going on, and when the first 10 teams are finalized, how many of these playoff teams you expected to make it to playoffs? Imti, I'll start with you.
Well, because again, like at the beginning, we really didn't know the combinations or the composition of the teams, right? And at the very beginning, all we knew was the representation from the team, like the representatives, like the owners / captains. All we knew was that. And I was expecting it would be a good mix of players among the teams. But then somehow when I got to know the team composition, some teams right out looked a little flat compared to some other teams which had like superstars or very heavyweight people in the team. So yeah, at the beginning I definitely expected Punjab Knight Riders, Andhra Titans to definitely make it to the playoffs. The other teams I was not sure, to be honest, but Punjab Knight Riders and Andhra Titans, the team compositions did really strong. Chennai Rockers was also one more team that I expected, looking at the team composition.
Okay, same question, Vikram.
Same with me, Jagan Garu. I expected Andhra Titans. I mean, this is after I saw the whole squad of all the teams. Okay. I saw Andhra Titans, Punjab Knight Riders, and also Chennai Rockers, Sanjay and team. The team on paper they look very aggressive. So I thought these are the three teams that will must go, followed by Gujarat Lions.
So
other teams, they were flat on paper, but on ground they're performing. They perform much better than what I expected.
Okay, so do you see any surprising team that made to the knockouts of our Premier League? Vikram, which team is the surprising team that made two knockouts?
If you're asking me, I would say Group A, Kerala Blasters. That was a surprising entry into the knockouts. But the way they played the game, starting from beginning, I think that gave a lot of momentum for them, game by game, performance by performance by different players at each stage, made them to enter into the playoffs. But yeah, Kerala Blasters is one of the teams that on paper it looked flat, but on the ground, much better performance.
Okay, Imti, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, surprises for me was definitely Kerala Blasters from Group A, consistent performances. Because when I looked at the pool, I was thinking that Karnataka Royal Challengers and Punjab Knight Riders were like the front runners. And then Tamil Nadu Super Kings probably in the third spot. But then Kerala Blasters surprised me in Pool A. And in Pool B, I'm sure Vikram might not like it, but Hyderabad Hawks was a team that I did not really expect that would make to the playoffs. Because even after the start, they had a slow start. They lost a couple of games, but then really bounced back and came into the playoff situation. So, and then To make it to the playoffs, Hyderabad Hawks, yes. But to not make it to the playoffs, Chennai Rockers and Mumbai Indians in Pool B. That was a surprise.
Okay, yeah. So for me, and if I have to give an opinion, and I, rather than surprised, I felt like very disappointed when Chennai Rockers and Mumbai Indians they failed to make it to knockouts. And in Group A, I had high expectation on Karnataka Royal Challengers because they have been playing. I mean, most of those players, if you look at closely, the roster, they have been playing together for years. Okay, in all other leagues, if not for DCL. And I thought, so most of the T-ball games are, they win with the chemistry. If you know in and out about your own team's weakness and strengths, it's easy to, walk in and play. And especially when you're playing together for a long time, your role is very fixed. But to my surprise, there are no specific roles in this team after all these years. That's what I felt. Sometimes somebody's opening, sometimes somebody's bowling. I haven't seen any proper planning in that team. At least that's how I felt. Okay, and I hope you guys agree with me.
I thought Chennai Rockers fell to that trap. Like there was too much inconsistency in the batting lineup, or probably some other factors affecting it. But definitely in the last 2 or 3 games that they played, their batting order was all jumbled up and like too much changes is what I thought, and that kind of affected their playoff chances also directly.
Okay, Vikram, what do you think?
Jagannathan, yes, I do agree with what you said for Karnataka Royal Challengers. Because if you look at the team, the important point is the chemistry. They already had that chemistry because most of the players, if you look at the squad, they are from FCC. In 25 overs DCL game, they belong to FCC team, with some add-ons from GLCC players like Samish Khan and Hemant Chalvaya, and Indus Thunder's players like Naresh Sundar. So they have a very good, solid batsmen and bowling lineup. And they also have an additional advantage of that chemistry because they already play a 25-over league as an FCC team, but somehow the performances didn't go well in the direction in the 15-over format. So yeah, that's one of the teams that I thought that will definitely make it to the playoffs, but didn't.
Yeah, and see, for me, the surprising team is Kerala Blasters. I did not expect them to make it to knockouts, frankly, because and also Konasima Kings. Right on the day one when I saw their roster, I said, they are the minnows in this huge group of talented teams. That's what I felt. Tamil Nadu Super Kings also, I did not expect them to make it to playoffs, frankly. But because they went into this group where only one team is the dominating team, and I'm talking about before start of this league. That is Punjab Knight Riders. When you look at their roster, I thought Punjab. The other teams, Kerala Blasters, Tamil Nadu Super Kings, Karnataka Royal Challengers, Konasima Kings. Out of all these, I was expecting Karnataka to be at number 2, and it's going to be a dogfight for the 3rd position, is what I thought. But then, of course, both Tamil Nadu Super Kings and Karnataka Royals both have same number of wins and losses, and same number of points. But the only difference is Tamil Nadu Super Kings beaten Karnataka Royals. That's how they made it to the knockouts. And on the other hand, Group B, I felt it's a very tight one. And the only weak link in that one is I felt like Hyderabad Hawks, because the Hawks is the only team that waited till last day to add complete their roster. I had to push Santosh to add complete your roster. So I was thinking, at that time I was thinking like, Hawks are struggling to form a team, Hyderabad Hawks. So that is the reason I felt Hawks are a little weak. Hyderabad Hawks are a little weak in that if you look at the talent level of Mumbai Indians, Chennai Rockers, Gujarat Lions, Andhra Titans, I'm like, Hyderabad, it's going to be very tough for Hyderabad Hawks. Whereas, some of the players that are supposed to play for Hawks already taken by Andhra Titans. That's what I heard. So that's another huge difference. Do you agree with that, Vikram?
No, I mean, I think nobody from Andhra Titans reached out to us, Jagan. It's Santosh who made up a call just like 10 days before the tournament began. He came up with an idea. Hey, why don't we combine Troy Hawks and Hawks?
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So that's how the idea came up, and we initially thought to add more players from Hawks. But for the 15-over format, we thought that it's a different ball game, which needs immediate responses. You don't have the time that you have in 25-over format. So we need players who can quickly react both in bowling and batting. So that's how. So Santosh, he handpicked 3 or 4 players from Hawks team, and then I handpicked a few of the other players from my team, and some other players like Ashok Bhavanam. He contributed very well during the tournament. So that's how the team was formed. So initially, I was clueless that the squad wasn't filling quicker, because when we formed the team, we added a group chat, WhatsApp chat, where we had only like 6 players in the beginning, and then slowly I keep adding players, and Santosh, he keeps adding players from Troy Hawks, so that's how the team was formed.
Okay, good, wonderful. Let's quickly jump into Imti, you want to talk about last week games? By any chance, any interesting game for you?
Not really. I thought most of them were kind of one-sided in the proceedings, and really the cross pool really did not affect much of the standings. So, but there were some notable performances for sure. If you look at the Tamil Nadu Super Kings versus Hyderabad Hawks game, I thought it was dominated by Hyderabad Hawks right from ball 1, and some great bowling performances there. All the bowlers, speaking of wickets, it was a tidy performance from the Hyderabad Hawks bowling unit. Then in the game again, Chennai Rockers versus Kerala Blasters, also low scoring thriller. I thought Chennai Rockers should have performed well because they had the playoff spot on the line, right? If they could win, even if they won, they wouldn't have made it. Sorry, because they lost to Hyderabad Hawk. It's head to head, right? Not the net run rate. So so probably that incentive was missing, and they did not really put up a great show, is what I thought. Kerala Blasters just chased that down, that 60 odd runs in like 6 overs. Like, really, I don't see any intent from Chennai Rockers in that game in the bowling there. Mumbai Indians, Punjab Knight Riders, again, nothing to lose for Mumbai Indians. I thought they would just go out great guns blazing, but that did not happen. But on the other hand, Punjab Knight Riders got a good outing before the playoffs for them. Hemant Bharadwaj and Syed Mujtaba getting some good batting practice, getting into those 30 odd runs mark. Hemant Bharadwaj can have a field day. If he has a field day, then the opponents will have a really tough time. So watch out for Hemant in the playoffs. And the Konasima Kings and Andhra Titans was a surprise for me, because we all, at least I predicted that Andhra Titans would take this game very easily. But again, things were different on the field. Probably player availability issues for Andhra Titans, some conflicts there, and they couldn't really field the entire playing 11. But that is not a reason enough, because Konasima Kings, again, they still had a game to play, and they took advantage of it and made a good outing. They had a good outing, put up a huge score of 100 plus runs, and 50 from Praveen Dige. Again, this is a name that I'm hearing for the first time. I think he's involved in DCL as well. But again,
yes. I saw him. Which team I saw him? Is it Titans?
No, I think he is in Spartan. No, I remember looking him up.
I'll tell you. I know. I saw last week also. I was watching some game. I saw his name.
Titans, Detroit Titans.
Detroit Titans. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's yeah.
So yeah, congratulations on the 50, 21 ball 50 with four fours and 4 sixers, and then Rupesh Nanjarapalli also putting up a quick 24 from 11 balls. I think they took advantage of the situation and made sure that they at least got one win in the entire season. So they ended off the season on a high, beating a strong team like Andhra Titans. But again, hopefully Andhra Titans they'll just take it in their stride and go to that playoff with some confidence. Because losing your game just before the playoffs is not a good sign, I would say. But they do have a reason. Hopefully, they can gather back all their confidence and go into that playoff game. On the other hand, Karnataka Royal Challengers versus Gujarat Lions. Karnataka Royal Challengers also they needed a win. Even though they won, they really did not have a chance because their head-to-head against Tamil Nadu Super Kings did not work out in their favor. So a win here. Sorry.
It's a pride game for them.
Yes, it's a pride game. Again, a low-scoring game. I thought Gujarat Lions should have won this one. With 51 to chase, but Karnataka Royal Challengers bowlers really did not make it easy for them, and they lost this game by 2 runs. So again, Gujarat Lions also, the confidence going into this game would have been dented. Going into the playoffs, I mean, would have been dented after this game. So hopefully, with all these mixed results in the last round of games, the playoff lineups look good. Hopefully, all the teams are ready and raring to go for the playoffs.
Okay. See, I have one question, Vikram. I don't see your name figuring out in bowlers column. So, is there any reason you did not bowl, or is there anything typo in the scoring card?
No, it's not. It's not a typo. It's intentional. Because we have because in 15-over format you have that you need that variation, because if you bowl same speed bowling all the time, they have a chance for scoring more runs. So especially bowlers like Praveen Kumar Reddy, Achamala, he's bowling very well for us, and also Rakesh Mariala and Rohit Pawar. So these 3 pace bowlers, they can do extra pace with more variation between. So having such a strong bowlers, there is really no need for me to step in, and slow bowlers like Ashok and spin attack from Pradeep and Praneeth Nelapati. So I think I'm not there yet, because they're in a different level when it comes to bowling. So that's why I'm stepped down, and it's these are the crucial decisions, not by myself, but from my captain Santosh, and also from Pradeep, because he thinks that bowling with same pace and attack doesn't going to help the 15-over format.
That's an interesting comment, but I do think you are a very deceptive bowler. Okay, so
yeah.
at least that's my observation, and it's not easy to hit you.
Maybe this year I'm not there at that potential where I was last year, due to several reasons, whatever I had. But we also have a left-arm bowler from my team, like Hawks team, Vinay Bunam. He's bowling exceptionally well. He's a new add-on. He recently relocated from Texas. So we have this very, very long lineup from the bowling. We have multiple options. So I don't know.
Good.
If the team really needs me, I'm very happy to step in. But with the bowling lineup we have and the performances they are giving in both economy and picking wickets wise, I'm very happy with their performances.
Oh, super. That's a great statement to give. Being a bowler, being a star bowler in DCL. Okay, not just bowler. Okay, and the next thing that I have, before we get into predictions of next week games. Last week, the Titans versus Konosima Kings. Titans played with just 7 players, and whereas there are 2 stories to that one. One, Titans came with 7 players because they have a lot other commitments, and I don't know. I don't like playing any game with shortened with less number of people, because if you're playing in any league, the opposite team is also paid as much money as you paid to play a quality game and with a quality opponent. A lot of especially lower teams, when they come in, they want to play with the best teams just to get a lot more experience rather than a win. So they expect their the top-notch teams, whenever we are playing, in my opinion, they have to come at least with 11 members, if not a strong squad. 11 members should be there, so that the bottom number ones, they get good exposure. That's how I see it, because they paid that money knowing that they are not going to qualify yet. They want to play the game. They finish that game means so the team came there to play that one, means they want to enjoy the cricket. So um, that's one thing I felt. On the other hand, what I heard is they did not, even though Titans want to bring in these remaining players at some point of time in the game, the opposition team, they did not agree. They are ready to play only with the 7 so that they can win. Okay, these are the 2 theories I heard. In both ways, these are not good for any league, or not good for any cricket. You have to come full strength, play with full strength, not with shorthand. And at the same time, there's no enjoyment in playing with short-handed team. So that's how I felt. Any thoughts on that, Imti?
Well, again, we are already struggling with what do you call it, a problem in DCL where we have players leaving to other leagues, and all sorts of confusion, rules, and all that stuff coming into play all the time because of the player availability, right? And then here you are trying to play 2 games simultaneously with the same set of players. At least that is what I'm understanding. So which is an absolute no-no. Again, like given whatever the situation is, I know if it's hard to field the playing 11, I would rather. Again, it's difficult to say this, and maybe I'm telling from a outside perspective. I would rather not play than have players play 2 games simultaneously, which is ridiculous, I think, in my personal opinion.
Yeah. Okay. And even accepting a short-handed game is also not good for the team to learn anything.
No, definitely not.
So that's
But I think in the given situation, I think the team went with whatever they thought it was best at that situation. So it's all part and parcel of the game. But then consciously making the players play 2 games simultaneously is beyond my
it's never good.
thought. Yeah. No.
It's never good. Okay. So Vikram, do you have any thoughts on this one?
No, yeah, I do agree with you guys with what Imti said. Considering player fatigue and everything, it's better to skip one game and play only one game. But I do also agree with the team's concerns that player availability, with having some other weekday leagues, like there is a Friends Cup going on, so most of the players are playing Friends Cup during the weekdays, and there are other leagues, short-term leagues that I heard of. So it's really hard to get the availability, but yeah, I mean, I think they thought that they could make it up with those 7 players, but the bowling lineup didn't really look strong, so that's the reason why they didn't able to control those runs, and they gave up, ending giving more than 100 runs.
So I mean, I know people are playing different leagues. Do you think Titans will come with 7 players for the knockout game? I would
Definitely
say no.
not.
Definitely
not.
not.
See,
So
yeah, again, see that also
that is an
is a
excuse.
point, right?
That is not unacceptable excuse. That one,
Right.
technically speaking, yeah. But anyways, we will end that discussion there.
See, again,
It's
there is
a
no right and wrong in that discussion, right? It's just opinions based on what we think from
yes,
our side. So, again,
yeah,
Right. Right.
no offense to the team or the players there, but yeah, that is what we think from our side. So, yeah.
yeah. See, unfortunately, this happened with the teams that I like most. So,
Right.
yeah. And being Andhra, I want one of these teams to win right from the day one. So that's
Right.
So, are you saying you're
that's
not being harsh enough in your feedback or
no. I'm
comments?
see. I'm hurt. That is the
Okay.
reason I'm talking like that. I'm hurt because I want these two teams come with all full-fledged team and play it out. And give nice entertainment. Of course, even with 7 players, Titans gave very good fight, and one happy thing is Konasama Kings won that game. That way, everybody in the league won at least one game. That's
Right.
one
Right.
happy ending. Okay. Let's not waste any time here, and let's quickly get into our next week games. It's tomorrow only, right? I'm
Yes,
Right.
the
sorry, and
first
I'm
qualifiers are.
struggling with my dates because I'm in India. I'm doing the show from India, so
Yes, it's
it's already
tomorrow. The
Tuesday here.
first, yeah, the first two set of games qualifiers are tomorrow, and then the semifinals followed on Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm already in tomorrow. So okay,
So you
so
can see the future. You can tell us the winners then.
okay. If I start telling that one, see right now, if I look at this board, the only Telugu speaking team is Hyderabad Hawks. I have to pick Hyderabad Hawks there.
Okay.
Okay,
Rooting for
my second
yeah,
language is Tamil Nadu. So it's
rooting for Tamil Nadu then. Okay.
so Tamil Nadu Super Kings. If I say that one, you know, Maulik Patel will kill me tomorrow. Of course, he can't. Okay, so let's quickly get into the first game. The Kerala Blasters versus Hyderabad Hawks. Okay, I don't want to put Vikram on spot here. I'll come to you, Vikram, to give your thoughts on what kind of preparations you guys are doing and what is going to be your approach for this game. And for the prediction, I'll go to Imti.
Yeah. Again, definitely, this is a very interesting game for me to look forward to because on one hand you have Kerala Blasters that have been consistent and have surprised us. Actually, this is a contest between two surprise teams to be, if we look at it that way, right? So we did not expect both the teams to make it to the playoffs, but here they are playing against each other in the qualifiers. Kerala Blasters again has impressed me the most in this T90 format this year because they have been consistent. They have had some good captaincy decisions, is what I'm hearing, and also winning games against some good opponents. Right. On the other hand, Hyderabad Hawks started off slow, lost the first two games, and then were out of the equation, and then suddenly bounced back, and now are playing the qualifiers. So they have a very improved graph, if I can say that, for Hyderabad Hawks. So both the teams in that way are high on confidence going into this game. Very exciting contest for me, but I'll slightly favor towards Hyderabad Hawks. Again, just me being from Hyderabad, maybe that regional feeling is kicking in. So my prediction is Hyderabad Hawks for this game.
Hyderabad Hawks. You're Hyderabadi, so you're Hyderabad.
The other gut feeling I have is Kerala Blasters again. I don't want to call them that, but might choke after that consistent performance in the leagues is what I'm thinking. Again,
Okay. See, if you observe Kerala Blasters, how they made it to knockouts, see, there was only one game they dominated. I think it's Konasima Kings. Okay. Other than that, remaining all are very well fought out games. Even including the only one loss they had, they had that loss against Punjab Knight Riders. they had an opportunity to win that game. See, they bundled Punjab Writers for 67 or
64.
something like that.
64. Yep.
Yeah, 60s. But these guys could not chase those. I don't know. I have to go back and check whether Neil played that game or not. Normally, Neil, in when he sees low scoring games, he won't leave the crease. He'll play long innings.
He was in that game. He got out cheaply. He did play that game.
Yeah, so probably that's the game changer. And I think in the very first over, their captain got run out, I think. So that's where game changed for them.
Yes, Adarsh Nair run out.
Adarsh Nair, yeah. So yeah, they played really well. And
I think if we look at their road to the playoffs, right, Kerala Blasters, I think the first two games were low-scoring games. They should have won against Punjab Knight Riders but lost. On the other hand, against Karnataka Royal Challengers, they're supposed to lose but won because Karnataka were in a good position. They kind of lost from a good position, I thought. And then the next three games against Konasima Kings, Tamil Nadu Super Kings, and Chennai Rockers, they had some convincing and dominating performances, is what I thought.
Okay. So, Vikram,
Yep.
your thoughts on this game? Here, so you see, Imti already predicted you guys to win. So,
I think it will be. Looking at the squad, comparing the squad between Hyderabad Ox versus Kerala Blasters, both the teams looks the young players. So both in bowling wise, batting wise, they have equal strength, I believe, based on the run rate, based on the bowling economy, and the number of wickets picked. It's not a single man show. It's like when it comes to bowling, each bowler is contributing individually with their own performance. So bowling wise, I guess both the teams have equal strength. So it depends on who really bats that day, which is tomorrow. So, and also the other important thing is the captaincy. So it's young captain versus experienced captain. So it's Adarsh Nair and Santosh. Santosh has a vast experience sending players at the right time, sending the batsmen at the right time. So he manages big team in other leagues. So I think it's going to be a show between Adarsh and Santosh Kakalavaram. So batting wise, so it's hard to say. I mean, even from our team, it's not a. It's the batting wise, all the players are not contributing equally. So it's I would say at least from my team, it's basically a show from Pradeep Konreddy, who is our star batsman, and Sachin Potula, left-hander batsman. So these two batsmen are very consistent, and they are approaching the game differently compared to the rest of the batting unit. They're coming with more aggressive approach, and they're getting cheaply out. Not to blame them, but that's how the format is. But Pradeep and Shashin, they're taking their time. Sachin Potula. So they're taking the time. They're hitting those twos and ones, and then waiting for the loose balls to clear the boundaries. But from Kerala side, again, I saw some consistent performances from Adarsh Nair and Neil. So it's really those two batsmen we should watch out for because they take time and they build the innings, and other players they play around them. They play around them with aggressive shots. So if we can get Neil and Adarsh out quickly, I think the game is on our side. But it really depends on the game day and the decisions from both the captains.
Good analysis. But you used a word. Both teams are very young. So
not really.
At least the bowling side. Bowling side.
No, I'm not talking about the players there. Are you pointing Imti or me when you're when you're stating that when you're using that young word, are you referring to Imti or to me?
I don't know. I'm referring to the players in Kerala versus Hyderabad House.
Vikram,
both the
relax.
teams
He's
they,
just trying to
they look
bully
young
you,
on the
okay?
ground.
He's just bullying
I'm
you,
just
Vikram.
kidding.
Take it easy.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Okay. So the next game of anyways, the better team will win tomorrow. The next game is Gujarat Lions versus Tamil Nadu Super Kings. Now I want you guys to predict and give your analysis. Okay, on the game.
I'll let
Okay.
Vikram go on this one first.
Okay.
I would like to hear his
Let's
thoughts.
start with Vikram. Yeah.
I think I would vote for Gujarat Lions because the only reason is they are in our pool and they dominated as expected as on paper. Their performances are also shown on the ground. They have a very deep batting unit, batting lineup, and moreover that they have experience players compared to Tamil Nadu Super Kings is what I believe. So but I'm expecting a better show between these two units, but maybe a little bit more edge from Gujarat side.
You think Gujarat has edge tomorrow against Tamil Nadu Super Kings? Okay, good, nice analysis.
But also, I mean, if Gujarat Lions, I mean, it depends on the toss too. Because in Tamil Nadu Super Kings, you have a star batsman, I think Navpreet Singh. So if they are chasing, they can chase any score if he's batting. If he's facing more balls, he can chase up to 152 where he's batting. So the toss is an important factor.
Yeah, on his day, Navpreet can change the games in a blink of eye. He'll change very quickly. All he needs is one or two in his zone. That's all.
But I thought we were discussing earlier, right, during the league games, that chasing has been a little difficult in this format, contradictory to our expectation.
Expectations, yes, yeah. I always thought chasing is going to be easy, because you know the score here, and the another thing is, a lot of batsmen complain that this ball is not traveling as when compared to the last year's ball. Last year ball, it was traveling a lot as soon as you hit it. Even there are occasions where the miss hit went for sixer, and this one, even the powerful hits are are traveling just, if it is a sixer, it is just crossing that boundary line very closely is what I heard. They are struggling to hit this ball. That's what I heard.
So as a bowler, I'm happy with that. Not sure if Vikram will be having the same sentiments, but
same feeling for me, Imti, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, considering the boundary length 180 versus 195, and if you look at the number of boundaries scored by number of teams, so that gives right. It's not easy to hit with this ball. I don't know what's the reason, but I mean, there are hardly very less boundaries than what I expected in the beginning of the tournament.
Either that is the reason, or people are trying to hit really good balls out of the park and they could not clear. So in a hurry of, the psychology kicks in. As soon as you see the shorter boundaries, you want to clear the rope rather than playing those proper shots. That could be another reason. Okay. But anyhow, I just shared what I heard. And Imti, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, again, right out, if I look at the head-to-head, I would definitely think that Gujarat Lions has an edge on the paper, because you have a bunch of guys who have played together a lot and have good camaraderie. Again, on the other hand, Tamil Nadu Super Kings has some good bunch of players, and they have some good hitters like Vikram mentioned, Navpreet, and then you also have Abhishek Penmetsa in the lineup who can hit the long ball. You have players like Kalyan Tanjavuru, Srinivasan Elumalai, and then
Vinod is also very good hitter.
Vinod
captain, right?
Captain. Yeah.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, in the power play, I guess yes, he can definitely take advantage. It depends on where he's batting, but
And then I see even Gurdeep is also in the lineup. So there are some good reliable players in the lineup. But then again, if you do this player-to-player comparison, Gujarat Lions, I think, even though they lost Arjun Ajbani to an injury, they still have a good, strong lineup with Akash, Ajit, Hardeep, Jeet, or superstar Mahesh Babu Burulu, then Maulik Patel, you have Ronak U Patel, and then, you have a lot of players with a lot of experience, DCL experience and T-ball experience in both the teams. But somehow I see when I look at these rosters, I think Gujarat Lions definitely look a little better on paper. Yeah.
Muscle, batting muscle is there.
Batting muscle, yes. But then again, we have seen more performances from the Gujarat Lions players compared to the other players. Like, I'm not saying that Tamil Nadu Super Kings has reached playoffs just like that. They have performed and they do have some good T-ball experience. But I think when you compare player-to-player comparison, definitely Gujarat Lions players have more returns from the players. Yes.
Yeah, and it's with the kind of form Akash Patel is in, and his
even
wicket is going to be very.
Even with Mahesh Babu Burulu's form with in DCL, right? He's just coming out and producing performances like game after game. Then you have Ronak U Patel who just hit form in the last couple of games, and then Maulik Patel, you never know, on his day he can just change the game too, right? So
Hardeep, you forgot Hardeep.
Hardeep, yes, Hardeep. How can we even take him out of the equation? Hardeep on a given day, like we faced him this season in the regular season, and he was the difference between the two teams, right? So yep.
Okay, so
yeah, Gujarat Lions for me.
Gujarat, you're giving it to Gujarat Lions, okay?
Yes.
So Gujarat Lions and Hyderabad Hawks. So Vikram, you also picked Gujarat Lions, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so Gujarat Lions, Hyderabad Hawks is what our team is predicting, and I also want to talk about the next set of games. So let me tell you who's going to play the winner. Give me 1 second. Punjab Knight Riders are going to play with either Gujarat Lions or Tamil Nadu Super Kings. Andhra Titans are going to play either with Kerala Blasters or Hyderabad Hawks. I wish Andhra Titans and Hyderabad Hawks will play it. Okay. And Punjab Knight Riders versus Tamil Nadu Super Kings, if I have to go by my linguistic interests. Okay. So Punjab Knight Riders versus Gujarat Lions or Tamil Nadu Super Kings. Okay. So
I'm really hoping Gujarat Lions will win so that we get to see a cross-pool game happening between Gujarat Lions and Punjab Knight Riders, which did not happen, right? So in the regular. And then on the other hand, if Hyderabad Hawks wins, they haven't played Andhra Titans, or did they?
I think we already played Andhra Titans.
No, Andhra Titans. Yeah, cross-pool played, I think. And Andhra Titans won that one very easily, if my guess is right.
No, Andhra Titans, they're in our pool.
Regular pool itself, they played.
Oh, regular pool, okay.
The regular pool, and it was definitely not a one-sided game. It went till the
So Andhra Titans did not play Kerala Blasters then, so okay. Yeah, but again, like, so if our prediction goes wrong and Kerala Blasters win, then that is something that we can look out for, because Andhra Titans versus Kerala Blasters also might be a good outing there.
Good outing there, but regardless,
but if Hyderabad Hawks,
whoever comes in there, I mean, if I have to predict based on their strengths, Andhra Titans are going to win this contest, is what I'm thinking.
Yes, so playing back-to-back games also might be a factor.
So yes.
Both the strongest teams like Punjab Knight Riders and Andhra Titans have a good break between the last game and this game, right? So they will be well prepared. But again, it is the format how it is. So unfortunate for the two qualifier teams that are coming out of this games. Will have to play back to back and come out victorious. So It'll be interesting contest nevertheless, but I'm really looking forward to this week's games. And by the time we do our next show, we'll be waiting for the finals, right? So the finals.
Yeah. Okay. Next show is going to be finals one. And before we conclude this show, I quickly want to ask one question: who do you think have the best chances to win it all? Imti, I'll start with Imti.
Well, it's putting me on the spot there. I think for me, somehow I feel Punjab Knight Riders will take it.
Okay.
Again, it's nothing based on analysis or performances. It's just a gut feeling that I'm assuming that there's a final between Punjab and Andhra Titans. Punjab will take it.
Okay. Vikram.
Assuming Hyderabad Hawks will not make it to the finals, assuming that, I would say Andhra Titans. If having said that, they have a deep batting lineup and aggressive batsmen, but also if they can contribute and get some good performances from bowling side, I think Andhra Titans has a very good chances to win this tournament.
Okay, so 1-1 Andhra Titans and Punjab Knight Riders. If Andhra Titans win, I'll take Venkat to dinner for sure. Okay, yeah. So with that, I'll give you first time because next it is going to be final. So I want you guys to give your last words on this tournament and the games, and we will conclude the show after that. I'll start with Imti.
Yeah, again, a great endeavor this one, the T90 format, bringing it in this IPL format. I thought it was entertaining. We were again looking forward to some big scoring games. Even though that did not happen, we had very exciting games, I would say. And I've heard feedback from a lot of players who have actually played this tournament. It's a very good, entertaining initiative from DCL. So kudos to the DCL committee on this one and successfully organizing it. Maybe a little improvement that we can do is on the format because back-to-back games might not be feasible in the long run. So maybe we just need to look at that thing. Other than that, I think the game itself, I think the T90 format has been a definite hit for me, and it was fun actually talking about these games on a weekly basis and really enjoyable on this show. So.
Yeah, so you well said. Back-to-back games should not be we shouldn't have conducted those, and we haven't given serious thought in that one because.
Yeah, again, these are from a third perspective, right? So I haven't really played
Yeah.
this tournament, so I'm just talking from an outsider perspective.
Anytime you're doing an entertaining league like this, back-to-back is not a good thing to do.
Yes.
Players need that little break. Even the thinking minds need that little break between the games to do their own analysis. Okay, so yeah, that's one correction we need to do. And the when you said about players talking about this one, and I can give you an example here. In the midway of this T90, at least there are 10 other teams that approached for next year. They want to join T90, but
right, that's
this
such was
particular
the popularity
league,
because
in this particular league, DCL committee is thinking to lock it for just 12 teams so that good, talented will be here and they enjoy these games with money. That's what is DCL is thinking. They don't want to go beyond 12 teams. That's what at least they're thinking because of there are a lot of people are approaching now. So the discussion is already started, and probably we may have a quick meeting after the conclusion of T90 on how to improve this league and make it more competitive and entertaining. And with that, I'll go to Vikram. Vikram, sorry.
Yep. I think I really like the tournament so far. Compared to the regular DCL 25 over season, I think this is more entertaining tournament so far, at least till the league stage. I don't know how it go from tomorrow. It might be more serialistic approach from all the qualified teams, but at least until the league stage, I think the bright side is if you look at the team names, you have the city names, so you have that more
emotional
viewership, right? That emotional connection, emotional bond from the players and also from the viewers who are supporting their respective cities. So you have more attention to the league, but compared to the seriousness of the tournament, I think most of the players when I was there playing with free mindset compared to the regular 25 over where you play more calculative. You use a lot of brain compared to the fun aspect, whereas in this format you're pulling that brain factor away and then you're playing with free mindset to get that relaxation. So sport is that you need that relaxation activity, whereas in DCL 25 you play with tense factor, so it adds stress. Whereas here, at least until league stage, we're playing with very free mindset. But maybe from tomorrow it might change since it will be more serialistic from quarterfinal and semifinal. But it's a very good tournament, and I expected that next year it will be a huge blast with more players adding to the tournament.
Yes, yeah, and that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely there will be more interest next year, and you already alluded to the fact that 10 other teams are already asking for. So, yeah, I think some serious discussion on the next steps and how to make this league more interesting will be really good, and we'll be waiting for the details, Jagan.
Yeah. So with that, we'll conclude tonight's show and we'll meet after the finals. Thank you, Vikram, for joining the show, and thank you, Imti.
Thank you all, and all the best to all the playing teams that are playing the playoffs. So good luck.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jagan Garu. Thank you, Imti.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Vikram.